where do I want to see Jonathan Taylor go? I need Buffalo to quit messing around, and I need Buffalo to make a call. I need the Buffalo Bills to get on the phone with the Indianapolis Colts, even if it's just a rental, even if it's just a one-year deal. Get on the phone with them and sort something out. And I understand Josh Allen is great. He's done a lot for this team. I wouldn't say he's regressing, but the pressure is starting to become a little apparent that Josh Allen cannot do it by himself. And speaking of Josh Allen, I was going to talk about possibly Stephon Diggs tonight, but reports are he actually doesn't want to go anywhere. The GM shut that down. So they know that they need to keep that gel together. Bringing in Jonathan Taylor, who might not be the biggest receiving guy out of the backfield. We know he's going to be that, that bell cow back. Bringing in Jonathan Taylor would finally give them that superstar running back presence. I understand they have James Cook. Love James Cook out of Georgia. I still think he could be a running back in that rotation. Jonathan Taylor doesn't have to be that 1,800, 1,600 yard guy possibly in Buffalo. I think you bring JT in and have him go for about 12 to 1,300 yards, and Josh Allen can do the rest with his legs. Josh Allen's probably going to run for 600-700 yards, so you'll kind of have a 2,000-yard quarterback running back duo, which would be very, very reputable for the Buffalo Bills because Josh Allen needs help. Stephon Diggs is a great receiver. Not Dawson Knox, excuse me. We've seen the Gabe Davises, we've seen the Isaiah McKenzie's, we've seen the Emmanuel Sanders come through there, but they need a true superstar. And I think putting it back there in that backfield for Josh Allen again would take the pressure off of him. Bills are learning to run the football, whether it's running back by committee or Josh Allen's just straight up doing it for them. They've improved their rushing yards per game, year over year, and they've slowly taken that pressure off of Josh Allen, which is great. But bring in a real superstar in a loaded AFC, in a loaded division. I don't even have the Bills winning the division. So if you want to take it from the Jets, which I believe is where it's going to go, if you really want to take it from the Jets or even compete with the Dolphins, which you can compete with the Dolphins, Buffalo, I need you to pick up the phone. I need you to call Indianapolis, and I need you to make a deal. Because Stephon Diggs apparently wasn't super happy, feels like they've already missed the window. Some people out there think that the Bills have already missed the window. I don't think they're better than the Chiefs or the Bengals, but we can say what we'd like. Now, where are some of his best fits? Of course, the Bills, like I just said. The Dolphins. The Dolphins will be a good fit just because it would be so much damn firepower in that team that you would wonder, how could he not work? But they're very pass heavy, and I don't believe the Dolphins have a ton of money to actually go grab him. But respect to the Dolphins, Mike McDaniel, too, wanting to get some pressure off of him, because here's another thing that you could really argue for with the Dolphins. You've got Tyreek Hill, you've got Jalen Waddle. Yes, you do have some speedsters in that backfield, but you put Jonathan Taylor back there, talk about probably 40% of the pressure relieved off of Tua, because he can just turn around and hand it to number 28 and he'd be fine. Or look to his left or right and throw it to number 10. I don't know what number Jalen Waddle is. Is it 18? Is it 11? Or you look the other way and throw to Jalen Waddle. So just adding more firepower in one of the most loaded divisions, in without question the lopsided loaded AFC conference. Dolphins, of course, who have a rejected offer on the table. I can't not say the Baltimore Ravens. Because when you look at Baltimore, when you look at how they've had J.K. Dobbins, how they've had Gus Edwards, how they've had I think Justice Hill at one point. Those are good guys who can get into the rotation, but they all struggle to stay healthy. And yes, I know they're getting healthier as time goes on, but Jonathan Taylor is still a younger running back in this league. He's still very, very, very young. And you put Jonathan Taylor on not a run centric, but a team that knows how to balance passing and running the football very well. You pair that with a Lamar Jackson, it would almost kind of show you a cleaned up version of what Anthony Richardson and Lamar Jackson, or excuse me, what Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor could have really turned into. And I'd like to see JT stay a Colt. He emphasized months ago when they started contract talks that he wanted to retire an Indianapolis Colt. And I'm totally here for that. I'm totally, totally here for that. But if the Ravens picked up the phone and made a call, I would absolutely love that. Take that pressure off Lamar Jackson, get that superstar running back there needed. And one that people aren't really down for, but I really believe this move could possibly take the Bears higher than some people think. The Chicago Bears making a move for Jonathan Taylor. Justin Fields having that pressure taken off him as well. And again, all quarterbacks, whether they're elite or whether they're average or bad, they're going to have pressure taken off of them with a running back of their caliber like Jonathan Taylor, or any good running back of that matter. But Jonathan Taylor is the cream of the crop. He is elite. He still has it in him, and I believe he's going to be very, very healthy this coming season. You give him Justin Fields, you give Justin Fields to him, they mesh well together. You can really create some nice RPOs, get Jonathan Taylor moving, get Justin Fields still moving with his mobility. You've got DJ Moore. You've got some pieces of the defense that you brought in there. Not to mention that Matt Eberflus is kind of familiar with Jonathan Taylor since they were formerly on the Indianapolis Colts. Yes, I do say formerly because even though Jonathan Taylor is still a Colt, I don't believe he will be by the time whether week 1 starts, which even if he is on the PUP list still and he gets traded, he'll still have to miss those 4 games, or whether he gets traded after he gets off the PUP list. But I think some of his best fits, again, are the Bears, the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Bills. I want to see him go to the Bills or maybe even the Ravens, 2 AFC teams that I know have really been in the hunt for a while, and that one superstar player or running back could really, really help take it over to edge for them. But y'all get in the comments, get in the chat, let me know what you think about Jonathan Taylor not getting traded. No one made the trade for him. The Colts leave him on the PUP list. He will now miss the first 4 games of the 2023 NFL season, and Anthony Richardson might be a little scared.